Ukrainian airstrikes on Russian territory have evolved significantly over the past 4 months. Ukrainian outlet Texty collected and analyzed strike data from October 2024 to January 2025. Their findings, supplemented by additional information from Euromaidan Press, reveal key developments and new targeting priority. Ukrainian forces have intensified their strikes on Russian military installations, industrial hubs, and energy infrastructure over the past 4 months. According to collected data, over the 4 months, Ukraine launched at least 66 successful attacks on strategic targets inside Russia. In October 2024, Ukrainian forces began striking Russian distilleries supplying alcohol to the defense industry. Within a month, 5 distilleries were hit in Belgorod, Voronezh, Tula, and Tambov. These facilities produced alcohol for aviation fuel and explosives. One of the most significant attacks was on the Byokim plant in Russia's Tambov Oblast, hit in late October 2024. Supplies alcohol to Russian defense, aerospace, naval, and nuclear industries. The alcohol is used in aviation fuel production, aircraft anti-icing systems, and explosive components manufacturing, Texty says. On the 6th of November 2024, Ukrainian drones targeted Dagestan's Caspian port of Kaspiysk for the first time, located about 1,500 kilometers from the Ukrainian border. The drones damaged at least 2 Russian Gepard-class frigates, the Tatarstan and Dagestan missile ships. The attack was carried out by the main Directorate of Intelligence. Texty notes that Iran supplies weapons to Russia through this port. A second attack on the Caspian port on the 30th of November forced Russian authorities to temporarily shut down the nearby Makhachkala airport. Military installations became primary targets during this period, with half of the 66 successful strikes focusing on these facilities, according to Texty. Ukrainian forces targeted airfields, drone assembly bases, training facilities for soldiers and foreign mercenaries, command posts, protected bunkers, and ammunition depots. Among the targeted Russian airfields was an airbase in southern Russia's Primorsko-Akhtarsk, serving as a launch pad for Russia's daily explosive drone attacks against Ukraine. 2 fighter jet air bases supporting Russian operations in eastern Ukraine were struck in Rostov Oblast, and a strategic bomber base in Russia's Ryazan Oblast, more than 450 kilometers from Ukraine. Strikes targeting Russian ammunition depots were reported in Rostov Oblast, adjacent to occupied parts of Ukraine's Luhansk and Donetsk oblasts, while the storage facilities belonging to Russia's main missile and artillery directorate were struck on 2 occasions in Bryansk Oblast. Another GRAU's depot was destroyed in Tver Oblast. Ukraine targeted at least 3 Russian command posts in Kursk Oblast and more command and control facilities in Russian-occupied regions. Barracks at a military training ground in Rostov Oblast were targeted twice. Texty notes that previous strikes had been more dispersed, targeting infrastructure, radar sites, and energy-generating facilities alongside purely military infrastructure. Since October, Ukraine has struck a Russian energy facility only once, on the 23rd of January 2025, causing a major fire at Novo-Ryazanskaya thermoelectric power plant. Before September 2024, multiple regional power stations and substations were damaged. Strikes on Russian military factories have also become more frequent over the past 4 months. Oil industry attacks intensified between October 2024 and January 2025, comprising nearly half of all strikes, as per Texty. Drone strikes damaged at least 25 Russian oil industry facilities in January. Previously, Ukrainian drones targeted mainly oil refineries and, less frequently, oil depots. In January 2025, the Security Service of Ukraine and Special Operations Forces expanded their targeting to include major oil pumping hubs. On the 29th of January 2025, they struck the Andriopol station in Tver Oblast, a crucial component of the Baltic Pipeline System 2 that pumps oil to the Ust-Luga port. After sanctions on Russian oil, the port became a key export hub where Moscow's shadow fleet is loaded. Among the new type of targets was a gas facility, the Astrakhan gas processing plant. According to Ukraine's general staff, strikes on Russian infrastructure aim to disrupt supply chains supporting Russian forces.